Hey everyone! Easter's around the corner, and you know what that means, right? Besides the obvious, like awkwardly avoiding your family after they ask why you're not married yet. It's the time of year when we celebrate a bunny who poops chocolate. But did you know that in some countries, Easter traditions make the Easter bunny look like, well, a regular bunny? From witches demanding candy to giant omelettes that could feed a small village, we're about to take a wild ride around the world to uncover some of the most bizarre Easter traditions out there. Buckle up because things are about to get weird. Our first stop is Sweden, where Halloween apparently decided to show up in spring and wear a floral dress. Forget cute bunnies. In Sweden, it's all about the Easter witch. Imagine opening your door on Easter expecting a basket full of chocolate eggs and BAM! You're greeted by a gaggle of tiny witches demanding treats. These adorable little witches, dressed in colourful clothes and painted faces, go door to door, reciting poems or singing songs in exchange for sweets. It's like trick-or-treating, but with a Scandinavian twist. And hey, who am I to judge? Free candy is free candy, no matter who's asking. Next up, we're heading to France, the land of love, croissant, and gigantic omelettes. You heard that right. In the town of Ho, they take Easter brunch to a whole new level. Picture this, a massive frying pan, bigger than a car, sizzling away in the town square. What's cooking, you ask? Oh, just a casual 10-foot wide omelette made with over 4,500 eggs. I mean, talk about putting all your eggs in one basket, am I right? This monstrous masterpiece is then served to the entire community because nothing says Happy Easter like a side of heartburn. So, you thought Easter was all about pastel colours, cute bunnies, and politely hiding eggs in your backyard? Well, think again. While many of us are used to the serene and picturesque Easter celebrations, there's a place where things get a lot more spirited. Welcome to Poland, where Easter traditions take on a whole new level of excitement and unpredictability. Over there, they celebrate Easter Monday with a tradition called Śmigus Dingus. And let me tell you, it makes a water balloon fight at a kid's birthday party look like a tea party with the Queen. Imagine an entire country engaged in a massive, joyous water fight. Basically, the entire country turns into one giant water battle zone. Streets, parks, and even homes become arenas for this playful chaos. We're talking buckets, hoses, water guns, anything goes. If it can hold water, it's a weapon in this all-out splash war, and nobody's safe. Your grandma, your boss, that guy in line at the grocery store who takes forever. They're all fair game. It's a day where social norms are tossed aside and everyone is a target. Now, the origins of this tradition are a little murky, just like the water you'll be soaked in. But that doesn't stop anyone from joining in the fun. Some say it's connected to the baptism of the Polish Prince Mieszko I, marking a significant moment in Poland's history. Others claim it's a pagan ritual celebrating the coming of spring. Honestly, who cares? The important thing is the joy and laughter it brings. It's an excuse to drench your friends and neighbors, and that's good enough for me. The sense of community and shared fun is what makes it truly special. Just a little word of advice. If you're ever in Poland on Easter Monday, be prepared. Leave your phone in the hotel safe and pack a raincoat. Better yet, come equipped with waterproof gear. Actually, scratch that, just wear a wetsuit. You'll thank me later when you're not drenched to the bone. Trust me on this one. Embrace the chaos, join in the fun, and make some unforgettable memories. Okay folks, buckle up because this next Easter tradition takes things to a whole new level. We're not just talking about your average egg hunt or a simple family dinner. We're talking about the rocket war of Vrontados, Greece, a spectacle that has to be seen to be believed. Where two rival churches celebrate Easter Sunday by, wait for it, firing thousands of homemade rockets at each other. You heard that right. It's a tradition that dates back centuries. Forget fireworks, these guys mean business. The sky lights up with a barrage of rockets, creating a scene that's both chaotic and mesmerizing. Every year, the churches of St. Mark and St. John engage in a full-blown rocket war, a fierce yet friendly competition that brings the whole town together, launching these projectiles across town with the goal of hitting the opposing church's bell tower. It's a test of skill, precision, and a bit of luck. It's basically a scene straight out of an action movie, except it's real life and the stakes are high. Instead of bullets, it's fiery rockets raining down from the sky, creating a dazzling display of light and sound. Now, before you get any ideas about recreating this at home, let me assure you, safety is a top priority. Sort of. The locals take precautions, but it's still a risky affair. Safety gear like helmets and earplugs are a common sight, and people take various measures to protect themselves. The rockets are packed with gunpowder and launched from wooden platforms, meticulously prepared by the participants. And while there have been a few close calls over the years, the thrill and excitement keep the tradition alive. Miraculously, nobody's ever been seriously hurt. The community comes together to celebrate, despite the inherent dangers. Well, at least not that they'll admit to. The spirit of camaraderie and celebration overshadows the risks. So if you're looking for a truly explosive Easter experience, Frontados is the place to be. The atmosphere is electric and the excitement is palpable. People from all over come to witness this unique event, adding to the festive vibe of the town. Just make sure you pack some earplugs and maybe a helmet, because the noise and the excitement can be overwhelming. You know, just in case. It's an experience you'll never forget, blending tradition, excitement, and a touch of danger. All right, let's take a break from all the water fights and rocket launches and head down under to Australia, where they celebrate Easter with a slightly more cuddly creature, the Easter Bilby. Now, you might be asking yourself, what in the world is a Bilby? Well, my friend, it's this adorable little marsupial with big ears, a pointy nose, and a fluffy tail. Think of it like a miniature kangaroo with a serious case of the cuteness. But the Easter Bilby isn't just about looking adorable. You see, these little guys are native to Australia and they're actually an endangered species. So by celebrating Easter with the Bilby instead of the traditional bunny, Australians are raising awareness about conservation and helping to protect these amazing creatures. And let's be honest, who needs a boring old bunny when you can have a Bilby? They're cuter, they're unique, and they come with a side of environmental awareness. Plus, they look great on chocolate bars. All right, so we've had witches, omelettes that could feed a small country, and rocket fights, but buckle up, folks, because things are about to get real, like really real. We're heading over to the Philippines, where Easter takes a, let's say, intense turn. See, some folks there take their faith very, very seriously. We're talking full-on reenactments of the crucifixion, complete with actual nailing to a cross. Now, I'm no doctor, but that can't be good for your back, you know. It's definitely a sight to behold, but hey, if you're squeamish, maybe skip ahead to the next chapter. We'll be talking about giant hats. Okay, after that last one, we need something a little more lighthearted, something fun, festive, and maybe involving a little less, you know, suffering. So let's hop on over to the good old US of A for the Easter Bonnet Parade. Every year, the streets of New York City transform into a runway. But instead of supermodels, it's regular folks strutting their stuff in the most outrageous hats you've ever seen. We're talking giant flowers, stuffed bunnies, maybe even a tiny replica of the Empire State Building. If you can dream it, you can wear it on your head at the Easter Bonnet Parade. It's the perfect way to celebrate spring, fashion, and the fact that we're not getting nailed to anything in the name of tradition. From bonnets to bunny trails, we're sticking around in America for this one, folks, because when it comes to wacky traditions, we've got them coming out of our Easter baskets. Get this, every year the White House hosts a giant Easter egg roll. And no, I'm not talking about a buffet for politicians. Picture this, the most famous lawn in America covered in kids chasing after brightly colored eggs. It's like a scene out of a Norman Rockwell painting. If Norman Rockwell was really into sugar highs, it's been a tradition since 1878, and let me tell you, those eggs have seen some things. Presidential scandals, economic booms and busts, the invention of the internet, all while just trying to roll a straight line. So you thought Christmas was the only time Germans went nuts for a good fire. Wrong. Turns out those lederhosen-loving folks also like to light things ablaze for Easter. Who needs a chocolate bunny when you can have a bonfire the size of a small house? They call these Osterfeuer, which I'm told means Easter fires. Catchy, right? Apparently, it's all about chasing away the winter blues, which, let's be honest, after a long German winter probably involves a lot of sauerkraut and complaining about the weather. These bonfires are no joke. We're talking towering infernos that could probably be seen from space. I bet they even roast marshmallows over them. Although, knowing Germans, it's probably some kind of sausage. Bratwurst on a stick, anyone? Don't worry, I'm sure they wash it down with plenty of beer. Hey, at least it's more exciting than an egg hunt, right? Although I wouldn't want to be the guy in charge of fire safety. Hans, did you remember to move the Porsche before you lit that thing? Alright folks, this next one is straight out of a fairy tale. Imagine a world where the ordinary becomes extraordinary, where the mundane transforms into the magical, and by fairy tale, I mean it involves a healthy dose of magical thinking. Picture this, a land where bells don't just ring, they take flight. We're talking about France and Belgium, two countries known for their cheese, chocolate, and apparently flying church bells. You heard me right. These aren't your average bells, they have a special role to play. On Easter Sunday, rumour has it that the church bells sprout wings, pack their little bell bags, and take a quick jaunt to Rome. Yes, you heard that correctly. Bells with wings. Now, I've been to Rome, and let me tell you, that's a long flight, especially for a bell. Imagine the journey soaring over mountains and seas, all the way to the eternal city. Must be some strong incense they're using, but wait, there's more. The adventure doesn't end there. These high-flying bells don't just go sightseeing in the Vatican, they have a mission, a purpose that goes beyond mere travel. Oh no, they've got a very important mission, collecting chocolate and eggs for all the good little French and Belgian children. It's like Santa Claus, but with a twist. Talk about a sweet gig. Imagine the joy on the children's faces when they find those treats. So, next time you're in Europe around Easter and you hear a faint ding-dong in the sky, don't worry, it's not your imagination. It's a tradition steeped in whimsy and wonder. It's just a bell living its best life, bringing home the Easter goodies, a little piece of magic in our everyday world. And you thought your commute was bad. Imagine being a bell, flying all the way to Rome and back just to spread a little joy. Back to Germany we go, folks, because apparently when it comes to holidays, these guys believe in going all out. And what says Happy Easter more than a giant decorated tree? No, not a pine tree this time. We're talking any tree they can get their hands on. It's like Christmas all over again, but with pastel-coloured eggs instead of ornaments. They call it the Osterbaum, which, you guessed it, means Easter tree. I'm starting to think the Germans just like saying Oster a lot. Oster this, Oster that. Picture this, you're strolling through a German town square and BAM! You're face to face with a tree decked out in more eggs than a Kardashian Easter brunch. It's enough to make your teeth hurt just looking at it. Hey, at least it's festive, right? And who knows, maybe those eggs are filled with delicious treats, although knowing my luck, they'd probably be those hard-boiled ones that have been sitting out in the sun a little too long. No thanks, I'll stick to the chocolate bunnies. All right, we're heading to the Czech Republic now. And fellas, you might want to take notes. They've got this little Easter tradition where the guys whip the ladies with willow branches. Now, before you get any ideas, it's not some kinky 50 Shades of Grey thing, although I'm sure some people have tried. They say it's supposed to bring good health and beauty for the rest of the year. I don't know about you, but if someone whipped me with a branch, I'd be seeing red, not beauty. Still, gotta give it to them for creativity, right? It's certainly more interesting than those chocolate bunnies we're always stuck with. Next up, we're going to Bulgaria for a tradition that's right up my alley, competitive egg knocking. Basically, you grab a hard-boiled egg and go head-to-head with someone else, trying to crack their egg without breaking yours. The person who's left standing with an uncracked egg is basically crowned the Easter champion. I'm assuming there's some sort of prize involved, right? Maybe a lifetime supply of those delicious Bulgarian yogurt drinks. Anyway, it sounds like a blast, although I gotta say the stakes seem a little low. What do you win, bragging rights? A year's worth of good luck? Maybe a golden egg? I need more details, Bulgaria. Well, there you have it, folks. 13 bizarre Easter traditions from around the globe that'll either have you booking a flight or thanking your lucky stars you're celebrating at home. From giant omelettes to rocket wars, whipping branches to egg-knocking contests, it's safe to say that Easter is anything but boring. Thanks for joining us on this exciting journey around the world. Which tradition did you find the weirdest? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more fun content. Happy Easter.